Studio microphone, imagine you've been waiting for years. Not waiting for a discount, not waiting for a paycheck bonus, but waiting for one thing that, up until now, you could only watch through a phone screen. Seeing, with your own eyes, the person who has been there for you through their music, night after night. And when that moment finally arrives, what comes out isn't a scream. It's tears. Hey ARMY, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because today we're talking about one of the most touching moments from the BTS World Tour era. A moment when Jimin, the member known for his deep emotional connection with ARMY, was moved to tears by his interaction with an elderly fan in the United States. Grab your tissues, because this story is genuinely heartwarming. Studio microphone, before we get into the main moment, we need to understand the context first. On August 5th and 6th, 2026, BTS officially held 2 nights of concerts at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, a small city in Massachusetts about 30 minutes from downtown Boston. This marked BTS's first ever debut in the New England region, and also the very first K-pop concert ever held at the iconic stadium home to the New England Patriots. For the ARMY there, this wasn't just any concert. Many of them traveled from out of town, even from other states. Some rode the MBTA train all the way from Boston. Others came from as far as Maine. One fan even told local media, "This might be the best day of my life." That's the level of excitement in the air, even before the stage lights came on. The show itself delivered 23 songs, a mix of the latest tracks and old favorites that longtime ARMYs hold dear. There was even a surprise moment when the stadium DJ played No More Dream, BTS's debut single from 2013, which caught the members off guard and led to a spontaneous recreation of their old-school choreography. Jungkook even carried Jimin in a nod to their original routine, and that clip instantly went viral on social media. But out of all the moments captured on fan cameras that night, there's one small, simple moment, without any big stage spotlight, that ended up being shared and reshared by ARMY more than almost anything else. It wasn't about the choreography. It wasn't about hitting a high note. It was about humanity. Studio microphone, before we dive into the moment itself, it's important to understand why Jimin is so special when it comes to interacting with fans. From early on, Jimin has been known as the member who's the most emotionally sensitive on stage. He's been caught tearing up countless times just from seeing ARMY cry. He's also famous for being incredibly generous with his personal belongings. It's not unusual for him to take off the jacket or hat he's wearing on stage and hand it directly to a fan holding up a heartfelt sign. One example, at a concert in Munich, Jimin gave away the jumper he was wearing to a fan holding a sign that read, "I've been waiting for this moment for 9 years." At another show, he approached a crying child in the audience, handed her his hat, and told her, "Don't cry," and her mother later said, "You taught her that dreams can come true." This same pattern is exactly what showed up again in Boston, except this time, it wasn't with a child, but with an elderly fan who had waited years for this very moment. Studio microphone, so based on the videos circulating and being shared across the ARMY community on TikTok and other social media platforms, this moment happened during one of Jimin's interaction segments with the crowd near the front of the stage. Amid the roar of the stadium, a fan's camera caught sight of an elderly woman, estimated to be in her 70s, standing among thousands of ARMY, most of them decades younger than her. She held her ARMY bomb lightstick with both hands, slightly trembling, her eyes never leaving the stage, her expression a mix of joy and emotion that's hard to put into words. As Jimin moved toward the side of the stage closest to where she was standing, he glanced over, and, as he often does, his sharp eyes picked out small details among the sea of people. He spotted the elderly woman, paused for a second, smiled, then gave her a special wave. Her reaction? She immediately covered her mouth with her hand, her eyes welling up with tears, and she started crying right there on the spot, all while waving back with everything she had. That moment, which may have lasted only 3 to 5 seconds, was captured by nearby fans and quickly spread across social media. Many called it living proof of why Jimin is so beloved, not just for his voice or his dancing, but for the way he treats every single fan as an individual who is truly seen, not just another face in the crowd. Studio microphone, what makes this moment even more touching are the comments from other ARMY who were near the woman. Several said they had spoken with her before the concert started. According to them, she shared that she first got into BTS because of her grandchild, who introduced her to their music years ago. At first, she just listened along while keeping her grandchild company watching videos. But over time, she genuinely fell in love with the music and the positive messages in BTS's songs, especially Jimin's songs, which she said were full of feeling. When she finally got the chance to see them live, she said it was a birthday gift from her family. And who would have guessed, that night, she wasn't just watching from a distance. She was truly seen by her idol himself. Studio microphone now. Why does such a small moment go viral and touch so many people? Let's think about it from a broader perspective. First, it shows something we rarely see in modern entertainment: intimacy within massive scale. Picture it, in a stadium with tens of thousands of people, under the immense pressure of a live performance, an idol at Jimin's level still finds time to genuinely notice one individual among a sea of people. That's not easy. It takes awareness, empathy, and, perhaps most importantly, sincerity. Second, this breaks the stereotype that K-pop fandoms are just about teenagers or young people caught up in the hype. The reality is, ARMY spans generations. Some are the same age as the BTS members, some are younger, and as it turns out, some are even the same age as their grandparents. The music and messages BTS carries about self-love, healing, and facing life's pressures turn out to be relevant to anyone at any age. Third, and this is the most touching part, this moment reminds all of us that behind the global celebrity status, the spotlight, and the exhausting tour schedule, Jimin and the rest of BTS remain ordinary people who deeply value the love they receive. They don't take for granted anyone who shows up to support them, regardless of age, background, or how long they've been a fan. Studio microphone. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Jimin has had a sweet moment with a fan significantly older than him. If we look back at his track record of interactions at previous BTS World Tour stops, this pattern has actually shown up quite a few times before. At one European concert, for example, there was a viral moment where an elderly couple wearing hats similar to the one Jimin had on were shown on the big screen, holding up a sign with a loving message for their idol. Jimin, upon seeing it, immediately broke into a huge smile and gave them a special wave. There are also stories from the ARMY community about an elderly fan referred to as the oldest ARMY, whose videos went viral for how expressively she showed her love for Jimin. Even while dealing with health issues, she still made the effort to record videos showing her support. Patterns like these point to one thing: Jimin's emotional closeness with ARMY doesn't discriminate by age. He treats everyone the same way, with attentiveness, warmth, and, most importantly, sincerity. Studio microphone. Unsurprisingly, once this video started circulating, ARMY's timelines were flooded with emotional comments. Many wrote things like, "This is exactly why I've never once regretted being ARMY. Imagine being looked at and waved back at by Jimin at that age. I'm crying just watching it on my phone. Jimin is just different. He always makes every fan feel seen, not just another number in the crowd. I hope that when I'm as old as this grandma someday, I can still watch BTS live and feel the exact same thing." Some even connected this moment to a deeper meaning about how music can bridge generations. One user wrote a long post about how her own mother, who was initially skeptical about K-pop, ended up crying watching this video with her at home, and has since become curious and started listening to BTS's music herself. A moment this simple, it turns out, has a ripple effect far bigger than we might expect. Studio microphone. Zooming out a bit to look at the bigger picture, BTS's two-night run at Gillette Stadium was truly filled with moments that New England ARMY will remember for a long time. From a surprise song that wasn't even on the official set list, to small moments like Jimin's interaction with this elderly fan, all of it became part of a bigger story about how one night can change someone's life. For many ARMY who showed up, this wasn't just a concert. It was the culmination of years of waiting, hoping, and supporting from afar. And when that moment finally arrived, it's no wonder tears became the universal language that came out first, before words even had the chance to. Jimin himself has said, on several occasions, that he always tries to see ARMY one by one throughout a concert. not just dancing and singing toward the crowd as one big mass, but genuinely trying to catch individual faces among thousands of people. This simple philosophy, when you think about it, might be exactly why he's so deeply loved, not just for his talent on stage, but for the way he values the people standing below it, watching him. Studio microphone. So, ARMY, that's the story behind the sweet moment that touched so many hearts from BTS's concert in Boston. A simple reminder that amid the glittering big stage, the flawless choreography, and the blinding stage lights, what sticks with us the most often comes from the smallest moments. A glance, a wave, a genuine smile. For those of you who might feel like just one fan among millions and wonder if your idol truly cares, hopefully this story is a reminder that sincere love, from both sides, always finds a way to find its way back to each other. No matter the distance, no matter how crowded the room, and no matter the age. If you've got a similar story, your own sweet moment with an idol, or even a story about how your family ended up falling for BTS because of you, drop it in the comments below. I'll be reading through them, and who knows, your story might just become the topic of the next video. Don't forget to like this video if it moved you too. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss the latest BTS and ARMY updates, and turn on notifications so you're always the first to know whenever a new video drops. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. See you in the next video, and like Jimin always says, keep going, keep looking out for each other, and never stop dreaming. Borahi, ARMY, Purple Heart.